Listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. So I was taking my trash out, and I could see down the aisle of rooms that there were these two young girls, most likely sisters, and they couldn't get into this room. They were trying to get into it, appeared. And the younger one was like really kind of upset. So I kind of took a few steps out to look at, survey the scene. And the older girl was looking, and I said, "You all right?" And she just kind of looked like she didn't know what I said. And I gave her the thumbs up, and she gave me a thumbs up back. Hopefully she knew what that meant, and that she was signing that they were okay. So, but shortly after that, I've noticed some strange stuff on a couple that's staying near me. And they have a young child. So what happens is, when you're actually like that, the government cronies and their criminal cronies will take a child and then insinuate something by presenting them. Oh, but look, So again, they're probably paying poor people money, most likely immigrants. The reality of the whole thing is, if it was a cartel doing it, it's still the government. There's no way drugs and sex trafficking are happening without the government's approval. Now, remember, if they arrest one person or two people that are law enforcement, they could be simply the fall people. Government agencies are not phenomenal, are well known. May fix that because they want to say we're phenomenal for this kind of thing. Are well known for that type of setup, at least within the employee ranks. And I suspect that's what part of what was happening with John Luna and I. So again, but you said it was this more. They all work together. They're all Satan. And when they do a big job, they do as much damage as they can. And get as much money as they can. If you have 4 people that want something done in a single courthouse, why would you only take money from one when you can take money from all 4? And again, the dirty spies that are operating it at the core level, they're into everything, and anything is corrupt. And they'll laugh, I got a big house. They'll burn in hell with you. So again, they're not going to let anything happen under the guise of danger to the community, but yet the dangerous people are doing whatever they want. They don't have to worry, including the people that are doing this to me. They're the dangerous people. So again, whether that was that or Satan, but it looks like they're trying to sacrifice their young daughter for money, if that's what it is. And like I told you, study the cases. With under 2 minutes, it's rare under a minute, but definitely under 2 minutes, a ton of young children were raped and murdered in less than 2 minutes. Oh, but you don't study the cases. You're too busy causing people to commit those crimes. So they got the reversal on, which reverses it. My credit goes to them and their credit goes to me, or their debit. By the nature of how the planet has fallen, that's happening. And you've probably seen it. good people get nothing and the bad people are considered good and get everything. I mean, Trump's one of them. But Trump's only one. I mean, again, Biden's might be one of them. Biden's definitely not fixing the planet. That's for sure. Now, the only question is he harming people? And that's actually the big question. In the end times, that's the unforgivable. So again, it's kind of like if you were in the military in peacetime and in wartime, the difference between those two moments in the military way different. Everything's different. That's kind of where we are right now. So let's say we go back to, let's say Noah days. And nowadays is Noah days, but yet it wasn't where we are now. And again, when you're in a war zone, it's different than when you're in active combat. So again, we're kind of in an active combat, hamburger hill type of thing going on. So God has made, some delineation changes, and it's based upon intelligent analysis. Again, I can tell you what EK7, Soldier of Fortune. Who's EK7? Am I EK7? License plate EK7, SOF, Missouri. So we have to make sure that that's not being used against, or I guess against. I saw special forces, so they may be trying to get a special forces person to go and do something wrong. They may be using those plates. I can tell you what's going to get you in trouble, all of you, but God has to look at your journey, spiritual, and what the influences are and what's forcing you. But I can tell you, if you cause other people to fall, you're most likely destined to go to hell. And at this point, it's probably at least 1,000,000 years. I tried to eradicate hell. But to eradicate hell, we have to eradicate hell on earth. So if you don't accept the fact that people don't get put into hell on earth, then you're definitely going to hell. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. I have to get some gas here. I don't even know if I'm broadcasting. Everything closed down, so I don't know if I'm broadcasting. But I don't know why that screen didn't stay open. Stay peaceful. Praise God.